parts.
Right. Okay. In here, this is Gene's what we call the Star Trek room. It's got a little bit of all kinds of sci-fi stuff in here. You'll find stuff from Blade Runner. He's got some Blade Runner model kits up over here. But it is all primarily Star Trek. As I stated before, Gene did 25 cars for Blade Runner, 8 cars for Back to the Future 2, the Galileo shuttlecraft. So he's got some sci-fi history behind it. Here are some pictures of Gene when he went to NASA for the unveiling. There's him sitting at the control panel in NASA in Houston Control. When they did the unveiling, it was really cool because what they did is they took some of Gene's original blueprints and photos, and they were flashing them up on the big screens. You know, the big screens that they usually have all the critical data. So they were flashing these things up on the screens. That was kind of a cool thing. There's Gene with, I believe that's, what's his name? Schneider. Schneider. That's the guy that actually commissioned that actually bought the shuttlecraft and had it restored. So over here, here's some cool pictures. There's Gene with Leonard Nimoy sitting with the shuttlecraft. There's a cool picture of the shuttlecraft all by itself. There's William Shatner sitting with the reactor, which we've already seen. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty into his sci-fi. Over here, these 4 pictures right here, these are the actual construction photos when the Galileo was being built for Star Trek. And then a couple of cool screenshots of it being in use in the series, and then just a cool shout out to Mr. Shatner right there.
There you go.
In here, this is the actual Star Trek room. He's got his captain's chair, all kinds of Star Trek memorabilia laying around, a little bit of other sci-fi stuff. As you can see, we got R2-D2 hanging out.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see we got kind of the hall effect going on, and yeah, it kind of looks like a curved hallway if you look down there a little bit. Like I said, all kinds of sci-fi memorabilia. 3-dimensional chess set, which no Star Trek room would be complete without.
Yeah.
More artwork from different franchises of the series. You got your communicator, phaser, tricorder.
Some of the original.
No, those are reproductions. They're not actual screen used props or anything. This here was a control panel. The control panel for the shuttlecraft. This was built for Gene by Eric Sharp, who is the guy that actually owns the Landmaster, the Damnation Alley vehicle that's out front.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric built this as a surprise for Gene, and we smuggled it in right before a car show. And Gene was actually kind of floored about that.
Well, that's the kind of friends he has.
Yep.
I know. Yeah, I know all the cool collection.
Right.
It is amazing.
This is some cool artwork by Gene's friend Sid Mead. Sid Mead is a famous conceptual artist. For Blade Runner, Sid was the one that designed the cars for Blade Runner, and Gene built them. Sid and Gene are very close. We talk to Sid a lot. I've been a fan of Sid since I was about 15, way before I met Gene. I've loved Sid's artwork. Very conceptual, very futuristic.